Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Unfortunately, we have some horrific news today about an accident that was caused by a rogue wave, and it's one of those things you cannot predict. This video is brought to you today by Scentbird. Guys, I don't know how many times I've been out there cruising. I got my good suit on, I got my good shoes on, but what I'm lacking is a cologne. I don't travel with colognes. Well, that's where Scentbird comes in with companies like Gucci, Prada, Versace, Marc Jacobs, Michael Kors. In fact, they have over 600 different fragrances that you can choose from. They're a monthly subscription-based company that you can order a new fragrance every month. For those of you who know what you like, I like the fact that you can go in and choose a fragrance each month and you can see exactly what's included in the bottle. For instance, Oscar de la Renta has jasmine, lychee, musk, and orange flower. For other people who have no clue like me, you can build your scent with their quiz. You simply go in and answer a few questions like sporty or sophisticated. How about dark, light? Do you like light and airy smells like flowers and fresh? And then you can really narrow it down into easygoing, sophisticated, outgoing, fresh, classic, and they will tell you and recommend what's best for you. You can take the recommendation or choose one at random for yourself. Now when they arrive in individual little packets and a nice hard cover to protect it while it's traveling. It has a lock on it so you're not losing sprays. Each bottle will handle 120 sprays. I got 3 scents this time around. House of Sillage, I also got House of Creed, Adventurous, and I got Brioni. I hope I'm saying those correctly. As I said, I'm kind of a noob with fragrances, but I like the idea of being able to choose one to my taste every single month. So which one did I end up choosing? So I've kind of got it narrowed down to these two, but I'm not sure which one I should choose. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one. From now until December 5th, you can get 60% off your first month subscription by following the link below. But don't worry, after December 5th, you can still get 55% off using my promo code DONSFamily. Now, normally it costs $17, but by using the code, it just comes to a little over $7 for your first month. I'm really looking forward to trying this on my next cruise. And again, thank you, Scentbird, for sponsoring this video. A tragic story today. It happened about 3,200 miles off the coast of Buenos Aires, where we had the Viking Polaris. That is a Norwegian-owned cruise ship. It's an expedition cruise ship, and it was just launched in 2022. It's the newest ship. It's a beautiful, beautiful ship. Expedition cruise that's used to doing things like the Antarctica and places like that. And it was sailing in a little bit of rough weather, a little bit of a storm, but nothing those cruise ships cannot handle when it was struck by a rogue wave, which shattered glass along the side, the port side of the ship, causing injuries to 4 passengers. And unfortunately, one passenger, a 5th passenger, was killed. They haven't released the name or even the gender of the passenger who was killed. They are in contact with the families with this tragic event. Now, it was apparently struck on the side from a rogue wave, and people are going, well, why wouldn't you head your ship into waves like that? Rogue waves are completely different. Rogue waves don't necessarily come from the direction of the regular waves coming in. As you can see here, this oil tanker picture from one of their cameras, where it looks like pretty calm when, a bit of a storm out there, but nothing these kind of ships can handle, when all of a sudden a rogue wave from the right came across and hit the ship sideways. Well, the same thing happened with the Viking Polaris. There is an investigation being launched in Argentina, as well as the cruise company itself, Viking, and they have pulled the ship into dock for repairs and are basically sending all the passengers home, arranging flights and canceling things. No word on refunds or anything like that right now. I think right now that's the least of everyone's worries. It was the 4 passengers who were injured. The good news for the 4 passengers, it appears that they did not receive any life-threatening injuries at all, and their injuries are being treated on board the ship, which means they're not catastrophic. They don't need medical attention from a hospital, so there's no big, huge, gaping open wounds or anything like that. That's the good news. Unfortunately, the bad news is 1 passenger did meet their demise on this cruise ship, and it's tragic. You think I booked myself this luxury cruise, and these cruises are expensive. You're in a wonderful place. You're off the coast, and you're heading to Antarctica. It's beautiful out there, and what an adventure. And then you're hit by tragedy. Now, a rogue wave is one of those things that they cannot predict. It's where 2 waves kind of crest together and join to form, and when they join, they kind of double in size. And they can come from any direction. That's the problem with a rogue wave. They don't necessarily come head on like you would expect, with the way the tide's going and the way the current's going and being pulled by the moon's gravity, etc. And they've been studying rogue waves for years and years and years, and they just they can't predict them yet. It's a very big tragedy. You can see the damage along the side. You can see the broken in glass, and these windows are very, very thick. They're not just tin glass or car glass sitting there, right? They are made to withstand waves and bumping and anything that might happen. It just goes to show you the force that nature can come across when hitting this. It can just bam. Nature is the most powerful force in the world. We have all of our technology, but when nature decides to do something, there's not a lot we can do about it. And my condolences go out to the family of the passenger who was fatally injured on the Polaris. I imagine the crew is going through, like, they're in shock as well, right? This is not a normal occurrence. This is not something that anybody can prepare for. And it's not easy sometimes to see or witness. And I know a lot of passengers are probably really shooken up on this cruise and just thankful that they weren't in that cabin when this happened. So again, rogue waves can happen anywhere. No one's to blame. The cruise line's not to blame. The crew is not to blame, and the passengers aren't to blame. It's just one of those things that happen. Well, I hope you do appreciate the news story, not necessarily the story itself. If you did, please just hit the button. You know which one I'm talking about. And until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation. Please be safe.